Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Pisces on the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. Now, in astrology, the 5th house governs romance, love, creative endeavors, hobbies, children, amusement, and speculation. The sign on the cusp of the 5th house can give characteristics to that house. Now, also, it's important to look at planets that inhabit the 5th house, as this can flavor the house. What is also significant is to see where the ruler of your 5th house is located, see what house it is in, as this can show the area or sector in life where the 5th house energy is injected or deposited into. Transits and progressions are also important because this could indicate greater activity in matters connected with the 5th house than otherwise indicated in your natal chart. Well, anyway, the first thing I'll look at with Pisces on the cusp of the 5th house, as far as love goes and romance, perhaps this person may be very idealistic. On the negative side, perhaps a little bit disillusioned in love. They might delude themselves and maybe put their romantic partner maybe even on a pedestal, or expect maybe things from him or her that are not realistic. This person may be somewhat nebulous as far as their outlook on their romantic life as far as love goes. A partner, romantic partner, on the negative side, there might be some deceptive qualities to him or her, but at the same time, this person may be idealistic, may have some interest in poetry, perhaps dancing. This person can have be someone that's very compassionate, very imaginative, have a lot of sensitivity as well. Now, we look at the 5th house, and the 5th house also governs children. Now, as far as the children may go, well, the children, there might be something that might be, as far as their children, they might have very imaginative children, might have children, if the person has at least one child, perhaps interested maybe in something like water related, like oceanography, some aquatic, something connected with water, maybe chemistry even. There might be something confusing about maybe the situation with their children. There might be some chaos perhaps in the children's life, some kind of madness and mayhem. We look at this as well, and as far as hobbies go in the 5th house, this person may perhaps be interested in Piscean-like things such as photography, filmography, things with videography, maybe as far as maybe movies, television. This person may really like the special effects element or aspect in movies. Perhaps this person might be interested in, as far as maybe like well, as far as a hobby goes, like a magician, like an illusionist, someone that performs magic tricks. This could be a person that may be, as far as anything like a game, like a board game, for example, magnetic fishing, let's go fishing, go fish, for example. Those could be some games that the person may be interested in because of the connection, of course, with the fish and Pisces, obviously, that correlation there. Now, as far as speculation may go, well, the person that has Pisces on the cusp of the 5th house, they may, this area in life may be a little bit obscure or nebulous. This person may be somewhat undecided or ambivalent over as far as things that, as far as investments go. This person may need to be careful in matters connected with speculation, because there might be some propensity to run into maybe people that are, I guess you could say, schemers or scammers, and I think that is one thing to be wary of as far as this position goes. And perhaps this person, as far as anything, they may maybe invest as far as anything connected with like a stock, maybe, and something connected with water, something with chemicals. and they could be very idealistic as far as these things go. It could be something connected with photography, like a company like Kodak, for example, might be one. Yeah, those are some things perhaps to look at as far as matters pertaining to speculation goes. Look at this as well, and this could also be as far as the fifth house goes. This person may also maybe have some enjoyment in like a place like Action Park, where it's either all or predominantly water rides. That could be something that might be as far as interest to somebody that has Pisces on the cusp of the fifth house. And this person could also maybe find some enjoyment or amusement, maybe perhaps something with dancing, perhaps poetry. Those could be things that this person might express interest in. Creative endeavors. Well, this person might be able to, as far as writing, maybe something connected with fantasy, fiction, novels. Maybe they could write something that's associated with water. This could be a person that can express their creativity, for example, perhaps in that manner. So those are some things to consider if somebody has Pisces on the cusp of the fifth house in their natal chart. And it just look at this as well. And as far as when I talk about the possible deception, disillusionment in love, obviously if somebody has Venus like in an earth sign, this could modify things very well. And if the rulers, Neptune and Jupiter, if they have predominantly good aspects, there's more of a chance, I would think, it would be more about idealism in love as opposed to, I guess you could say, the deception and delusion in matters pertaining to romance. So those are some things to consider with Pisces on the cusp of the fifth house in a chart. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Pisces on the cusp of the fifth house in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the sixth house in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.